The mother accused of failing to report her infant's death sat across from a Canyon County judge today, less than a month after her child died. Abby Walt was in the courtroom during that hearing. Abby, what happened?
Hunter, Allison Armenta, alongside her husband Brian Lemke, are both charged with felony injury to a child, failing to report a death, and hiding evidence. Armenta appeared today for less than a 5-minute hearing, and she didn't show any emotion during that hearing.
We're seeking FCR 1425-2629.
Allison Armenta entered a Canyon County courtroom Wednesday, facing a judge after allegedly failing to report the death of her 12-day-old baby and covering up the evidence. It's a case that one woman, who prefers to remain anonymous, tells KTVB shouldn't be reoccurring in the first place. Armenta and her co-defendant, Brian Lemke, have been accused of hurting children in the past.
Just knowing that there was history and then having it drag out as long as it did was very frustrating.
In November of 2022, the woman fostered and has since adopted 3 other children of Armenta and Lemke's. 2 of those were their biological children. The third was Lemke's.
I was called the day before Thanksgiving, and they were pretty desperate to place a sibling group of 3.
The kids, now ages 9, 5, and 3, say they were traumatized by being in Armenta and Lemke's home and want to ensure more kids aren't put in the same positions as them or their deceased sibling Benji.
My oldest is aware, and this is just, it's more trauma, it's more systemic failure, just knowing that the system once again just did not act in time.
The woman says 12-day-old Benji shouldn't have been allowed to leave the hospital with Armenta and Lemke.
This was preventable because if you looked back at our case and the case before that, and I've seen this in other cases as well, this was an extremely high-risk situation.
She also says legislation needs to be put in place in Idaho to not put children in the hands of abusive parents and to act with urgency when repeat offenders have children and want to take them home.
There should be more laws in place to protect the children.
She says telling Benji's story is the first step towards change, hoping it will unite Idahoans in protecting the state's most vulnerable children.
I do believe that his life was very short, but I hope that it could be used to save lives in the future.
Armenta will appear in court on February 4th for a status hearing, and that woman that we spoke to says she is working with legislators to introduce a bill to protect children in the upcoming legislative session.
Yeah, a story we're going to continue covering. Abby, thank you.